Hello again everybody, and welcome to another CC Sim Racing GR Corolla Cup track video. I'm your host Tartan, and in this video we're going to be looking at Sainte-Croix B. Now, the important parts about this track are the straight line braking, corner exit speed, and also the barrier penalties, which can be quite harsh. There's also, for me, two key parts to this track. There's the how you approach the bridge, and then there's also going to be the long right-hander, which is leading on to the very long straight. How you take these two parts of the track will be pivotal. So let's have a look at your track guide. Approaching the first corner, we want to brake at the 100 board in a straight line, drop down to 4th, and then start turning at the 50 board. Ease yourself round the corner, don't turn too sharply or your back end will tail out. And you can also cross the white line, just make sure your car does not fully cross the white line. Slightly different for the next corner. This time we're going to downshift at the 100 board, then apply gentle braking, start turning at the 50 board and do all your braking before the corner, because you want to power out as soon as you possibly can up this hill to give you better momentum and speed. Now, the next set of corners I believe to be the most difficult of this track. It requires balance, appropriate braking and not overdriving. Slightly off the throttle, turning the right hand here, brake in a straight line, downshift, slight brake, stay in 4th, and as soon as you can, power out the corner. Now, as you're coming up to the next braking point at the end of the straight here, you'll again want to brake between the 100 and the 150 boards, and as you'll see, the point that I tend to use is the first little triangle there. I drop down a couple of gears, make sure my braking's pretty much done before the corner, and then full throttle out. Now for me, the second most important part of this track, which is the right-hander onto the long straight. Notice the bit of new tarmac in the right-hand side. You want to start turning just before that and come off the gas. You might be able to get away with applying a little bit of throttle, but generally just coasting round to the point where you can then get on full throttle. I actually took that a bit too wide. I should have been closer to the barrier on the right-hand side, but I think I got away with it in this particular instance. So now we're on to the big long straight. Hopefully your exit speed will have been good and that you either have the opportunity to overtake or not be overtaken. Now, approaching the next corner, we want to brake just after the 150. Drop a couple of gears, but make sure you're braking in a straight line. Again, at the 50 board, you want to be turning and apply the full throttle, and you're going to remain in full throttle all the way around these corners. Try and keep tight, go over the curbs. Now remember, this car loves curbs. And as you go around here, a slight drop in the throttle, straight back on, helps you turn in. And now you're approaching the very last corner. Similarly like before, brake at the 100 board in a straight line, start turning at the 50 board, and then full throttle going through the corner. And you can cut the corner as long as the whole car does not go over the chevrons. So that's your lap guide of Sainte-Croix. And coming up, we now have the full speed versions, the first in bumper cam, followed by the next in chase cam.